Hey everyone, it's Pixcalibur123 here, and I'm gonna be doing I guess a little side thingamajig here. A fairly quick run through the original Legend of Zelda for the NES. So, what I'm basing this off of is a 4-player race that I watched not too long ago. You can probably search it up on YouTube and find it pretty easily. But basically, the 4-player races are actually really fun to watch because it's just it's a unique setup. You know, multiple people playing the same game. But you know, again, just a different format. It's just really entertaining to watch and see how different people do here. So I like these 4-player races because, you know, I just kind of play alongside just for fun, and whatever rules they had set up for this, I don't even know what rules they had set up for this, so I think it's in their video description. I think they just collect mostly just essentials, but what I'm gonna do here, I'm going to try to collect every single thing. Well, maybe not everything, but like all the upgrades, yes, but not like every key in the level because there's so many extra keys. But in this case, like, you know, magic boomerang, bomb upgrades, magic book, all this other stuff, like in the levels. I'm gonna try to collect everything here. Alright, we're just gonna take a random route here. Now, the hardest thing I'm gonna have here is money management, because I have to be able to get enough money to buy all this stuff here. Now, luckily, the first quest here, which is what this race is off of, there's a lot of rupee secrets here, so you can pick up a fair amount of cash here. Now, I'm going to need to find some bombs here before I can do anything here. Ah, there we go. It's always good to get those first bombs there. There's a pattern to getting them, but I don't know exactly how it drops. But getting those first 4 bombs is really helpful. That's pretty much all I need for this point. If I get more bombs, that's just more bonus points there. I gotta make sure I get enough money here, because how I usually play this is I usually just grind first. Some people go into the levels first. Oh, more bombs. Well, I guess I'm set on bombs now. But how I usually play this is I usually grind. Just buying as much stuff as I can before I start going into levels. It's really more relevant in the second quest, where the levels really ramp up in difficulty. Here you could probably just go into the levels and get away with it. Make sure you note this corner here, because again, second quest, that's where you get your blue ring. You know, that and having 3 hearts doesn't really help here. You know, at least that's easy to get. You know, again, if you play the harder mode, it's in the opposite corner where it's just full of enemies and stuff. Now, if I were to, you know, just play this casually, like collect as much, all the rupees and, you know, beat up as many enemies as possible, then money's never an issue. Usually I have, a lot of times I end up with, like, I manage to buy everything and still have, full rupees. Now this spot here isn't not that bad a spot to grind for cash. Especially second quest, this might be the best you've got here. At least it's a safe option. Again, here the secrets are easier to find. You just need bombs and a candle to find the hidden ones here. You know, if I were to show the second quest, you'll see just how much more of a bastard the game is in terms of finding secrets here. Yeah, we're just gonna take any scraps of money we can find here. I'm going to take a little bit of a gamble here. See if I can get enough rupees along the way here. And again, you know, there's no need to attack the levels in order here. Probably, again, even more relevant in the hard mode. That one you're going to be going out of order. It's very difficult to take level 1 first. Now here it's easy. Ooh, extra money. I kind of wish that they gave 10s in this game. You know, here it's just 1s and 5s. If they gave 10s, this would be like no issue at all in terms of getting money here. Yeah, you really don't want to deal with that blue guy right there. Sword upgrades are always helpful here. A little more firepower never hurts. I don't know if that area is supposed to be Death Mountain or... Oh, actually, no, that's up at the top, actually. That's just some sort of like waterfall area, just a bunch of rocks falling on you. I'm hoping I can get 250 rupees before I get to that spot. I'm gonna be cutting it a little close here. You know, some of these secrets change when you replay the game. So, you know, you can't just use the same spot over and over again. Okay, I'm going to need a little bit more money here. Trying to scrounge up that last little bit of cash right there. There we go. Get a 5 right there. Just in time here. I mean, they make this thing insanely expensive here. But it is well worth your while to get this thing, though. Because having double defense is always a good thing here. Alright, well, while I'm in the neighborhood, you know, I might as well just go into level 3 first here. It's always good to beat up those guys, potential high money enemies here. And hopefully I can pick up enough keys. Last thing you want to do is, like, you know, you get to the end and you're at 0 keys. You scrounge around to find another key somewhere. Stupid bats here. And these iron knuckles are a little bit annoying, and you know, once you learn how to actually battle them, they're not that bad, but you gotta be a little bit clever with how you attack them. Ooh, more money. Always good to see those 5s drop there. You know, level 3 is actually a good level to attack first because the item you get is actually pretty useful. No, actually you need it, but you know, at least you can do some stuff with it. First couple of levels, you really don't get anything that good. Now, no hidden walls in this game, it's just a bunch of broken walls, so you'll get your bombs out if needed. Ooh, another 5 right there. Money is always a good thing to find. Now this thing here can be kind of annoying, especially when it moves that fast. You know, ideally, if you can get a bomb right into the center, you'll just destroy it instantly. Alright, we're in and out of that place really quick. Now I'm going to take a little bit of a detour because, again, I need extra cash. Because I'm going to try to buy pretty much everything you can buy here. So that includes potions. You know, you gotta buy at least 1 meat. I think you only need 1 meat in this game anyway. Again, second quest, what makes that so much harder is that you need... Well, if you want to get everything, you need 2 meats. And you need more money because there are those rooms that you have to pay money to get through. So you need more money in that regard. And that, you know, I think I've already gotten all 3 100 secrets here. So they give you a lot of money to work with. Second quest, they only give you 1 of those. So you're gonna have to find out how you can scrounge up the rest of the money. I just ran to my own flame there. Alright, so I'm just gonna go get some meat right now. That's gonna save me trouble for later on. I don't have to worry about that anymore. Pretty much after I get all the grinding done, it gets a lot faster. You're probably gonna start seeing me plow through levels here. Alright, and to level 4 here. Again, another useful item in this place. Alright, so this is actually a pretty linear place. You're just kind of making your way over to the side here, and so you get your loot. And another 5 rupees there, very nice. Alright, so I already picked up the step ladder. And that'll be useful for another heart container outside in the overworld. And you actually need the step ladder to get past this level. And here's, you know, where it pays off to know a few little shortcuts here. Instead of battling that 4-headed plant thingamajig, you know, just take this way and just blast through the walls here. And you get some extra money to boot as well. Alright, so we got the big dragon thing here. Starts at 2 heads here. Goes up to 4 heads. Pretty much I boosted into the dragon there so I can KO it. Having some upgrades, again, blue ring is very helpful because it cuts your damage in half. And alright, that's 2 levels down. I'm telling you, I'm going to start steamrolling through these levels. Because a lot of them are really short. Yeah, I know there's a shop there you can buy a magic shield. I know there's another shop later on I can get that. I'm just seeing how much money I have right now. I mean, I have plenty of room to hold more cash. Alright, we're gonna make our way to level 1 here. Let's get this out of the way really quick. Yeah, in this level, you know, pretty much most people who've played this know the infamous door trick there. I think it only applies to this level. Like, you know, you exit the dungeon, and then for some reason this first lock here opens. Well, it saves you a key, so I don't think anybody be complaining about that. Alright, I'm solidly out of keys here, so out of bombs. I'm gonna have to find some bombs somewhere. Now again, money might be a little bit of an issue here, because I still have to buy quite a bit of stuff here. And pick up the bow for basically free here. It's kind of, you know, interesting that they kind of just reuse the same floor designs here over and over again. I mean, you know, I guess it's because, you know, 8-bit graphics are kind of limited on designs. You see a lot of recycled room designs. Yeah, I might as well pick up a boomerang. Now, wall masters are a little interesting. You know, obviously if they grab you, they take you back to the beginning of the level. But at least they, you know, potentially drop good money. Alright, let's see. So that's 3 levels down the drain. I'll gladly take any extra spare change that gets dropped out here. Well, at least I'm getting a fair amount of money here. Ooh, another 5 rupees. Why it pays to destroy everything you see here. Never know when you get those 5 rupees drop in there. I'm trying to build up as much cash as I can get here because I'm probably going to need, I still need a magic shield, potion, and then 2 bomb upgrades. Now this room's kind of weird. I don't know why you put kind of like a graveyard design in that screen there. I mean, it's just one lone square, and you know, most of those designs are actually on the left side of the map. And when it comes to choosing, never ever ever take the potion. I mean, there's no reason to. You know, one, the letter is really easy to get in this game. And, you know, the red potion only costs 68 rupees. That's not that much. Yeah, these kinds of shops, that's the cheapest one you can buy a magic shield. 90 rupees here instead of like 130 or 160. Alright, so this level here has a bunch of snakes. And again, no potential for high money here, so destroy as many of those snakes as you can get here.